Peace, peace, peace. Peace to everybody in the building. How everybody doing? It's your boy Ty Data, the sideboard. We finna get it in for a little bit. Just a little bit of time. Just to get them something to talk about. But today we're tri-casting. We're on Periscope, Twitter. Uh, what up nonetheless over there on Periscope? Nonetheless over there. So what up to nonetheless? He kind of by himself over there. So y'all might want to go check that out over there on Twitter, Periscope. We got Reginald Green first in the building over there. Tribe up. And here on Cheap Holiday Channel, we got a nice little crew going in. Who's first in the building? Reginald Green, you first in the building. Both places. We got Joshua Dream in there. Joshua James in the building. What's up? We got Free Spirit. Be Busy. What up? Mr. Dark Brother. What up? Gretchen in the building. Indigenous in the building. DOT in the building. What's up? We got Lifeform in the building. We got Lifeform in the building. What up, everybody? We gonna get it in today. And y'all know how we do. This is you know what I'm saying? We got North End Wolf in the building. What up? What up? What up? What up, bro? How's it going? We gotta mod you out real quick. We'll see how I do. But what up, everybody? So we gonna go in a little bit, not too hard, because we done coming off a 10-day we done come off a 10-day drive. So we just streamed for 10 days. And a lot of people don't know that the purpose of us streaming for 10 days is because we're testing out our equipment and out our capabilities because we're leaving YouTube. We about to have our own. So we're using YouTube as a test. So that's why we're streaming for 10 days, 24 hours, 8 hours, because we're actually leaving YouTube. That means we're going to have our own YouTube. That means we're going to be independently on our own. That's what that means. So after this, we're going to be streaming for another 30 days, you guys. 30 days. We're going to put 30 days. But let's get a little real, a little weird. What we just did, you guys, we just put 10 days worth of energy out there in the ether. Okay? We just took all that energy, all that friction. You flat earthers, if y'all really know what y'all be talking about, y'all might can help me on this one. We took all that friction from 10 days, all that energy for 10 days, and we just threw it out there in the ether. And so through the laws, the ether has to respond to us because it has to respond. That's the way the law is written. So the ether has to respond to us. So there's going to be negative response and there's also positive response as well. So although there's a lot of negative thing because they done see all our energy and they oh my God, all this energy that we got building up, poking out over here at Tribe Up and all the surrounding aboriginals, all this energy we got pumping out, it's gonna come back to us. And it's only two ways it can come back, negative or positive. So there's a lot of negative, but there's also positives as well. Okay, sorry about that. I had to sneeze, but I blocked it. Um, so what that means, so the trick is to put all the energy out there, but the trick is to try to get more positive than negative. Now this is America, so America is a negative culture. So the people in America is drawn to negativity. That's their bread and butter. So we already know. So we done took 10 days worth of energy. Everybody in this chat room, Be Busy, Gretchen, Chad Murdoch, North End Indian, all them typing you've been doing for them 10 days. All that scrolling up and down and back and forth and in this chat room and in that chat room, all that you've been doing for 10 days straight have went out there to the ether. So all of our energy have went out there to the ether. So now the ether has to return the energy. And guess what happens? So now we got dudes in the back chat claiming to sue us. Got internet doctors and internet lawyers trying to start I guess a YouTube war with us or beef with us or something. We got little Moors and shit after us, and people in our barbershop that's listening to us and taking notes and asking us for our IDs and shit. Now, although we spend a lot of time in the barbershop, and a barbershop is basically we just got off work, and so we hang out on Google. That's why it's called Google Hangout. We hang out on Google. So when we all hanging out together, we talk about law, we talk about peace, we talk about war, we talk about history, we talk about flat earth, we talk about giants, we talk about religion, we talk about a lot of different things. But we keep forgetting that there are some people out there taking notes on everything we're talking about. And they're actually trying to hold us accountable for it as if we're some type of lawyer or some type of law firm. But let's go ahead and get into this. As you can see, I got my Aboriginal cap on representing. You know what I'm saying? The originaltribalwear.com. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Miss Mohawk. The woman's out there working. You guys go check her out. Everybody know solutions is what we're made of. But for some reason, a lot of people don't never address that. They don't never talk about that. So today we're going to give them something to talk about. Because they can talk about us in the barbershop all day, having conversations back and forth. Yeah, man, cheap holiday. Yeah, cheap holiday. I caught a fish this big one winter. Oh, yeah, man, I took my kids ice fishing and ice skating and, blah, 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 blah. And you got men and women over there sneak watching, taking notes. This is the time right now you want to take notes, you guys. So all you internet lawyers and all you back chat Nuwapians or whatever the fuck you is, all you guys can take notes this time. We're going to get into what the Aboriginals and what some of us have been doing for the last couple years. And if you can respond to the barbershop chat, then you should be able to respond to this video right here. Now we're going to see which one you're going to address. Are you going to address the barbershop talk, or are you going to address our solutions that we be kicking out? Are you going to address all the real information that we kicking out? Are you going to address all the work we put in? Not to mention, we just put in 10 days on that was just a practice. But nobody's trying to copy that, is they? Nobody's trying to talk about that, is they? No. They don't want to talk about the work. They want to talk about the drama. So we're going to go ahead and get in, y'all. I'm going to make this fairly quick. I wasn't even going to do this, but it was just kind of spontaneous. And y'all know I hate spontaneous. So anyway, we're going to go in. Now, I'm going to take you back, okay? Because now I'm finna show these guys some work, and I'm finna give them something to talk about, and I'm finna show them some solutions, and I'm finna show them some work. And I want to see in the morning or tomorrow, is they going to respond to this video, or is they going to act like they never seen it? My bet is that they're going to act like they never seen it before, and they're going to stay focused on the barbershop messages or whatever's on the barbershop talk. Because Chief Holiday might be coming up, and he probably had to cut on the barbershop a little later and get to talking. And let's see which one they're going to address. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take you back to 2017. We're going back to 2017, you guys. As you can see, February 2017. Okay? This is on YouTube as well. Talking with Chinese manufacturers. So your boy Tad Data, okay, is actually talking to a manufacturer in China and breaking down the information because we're about to the viewers. Hold up 1 second. Sorry about that. Breaking down the information on a toilet paper manufacturing company. So all the parts and all the pieces that we need to manufacture our own toilet paper, I am negotiating the prices and I am negotiating information to bring this to our community so we can be able to at least manufacture our own toilet paper. But I wonder if I put that out there in the ether, I wonder if that wouldn't get a response. But let's just check out what me and her were talking about.
The four machines, which I talked about it in my last video. She talking about the four big machines, and then she talking about the jumbo rolls. Now I don't have the jumbo rolls on screen.
There we go. So this was 2017. So while many of you,
the jumbo roll is making by the other big machine. We can purchase the jumbo roll directly. It is okay. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we make the jumbo roll into the small toilet paper roller. We need to cut the rollers in.
but anyway, while many of you was just, while many of you was still in the Nuwapians or still in prison or wherever the fuck you came from, while many of you still going through lawsuits and sexual harassment cases and all types of other shit, guess what we were doing? We were negotiating toilet paper manufacturing from manufacturers in China. I wonder if that can get a response. I wonder if anybody going to make a video on that tomorrow of some of our solutions and some of the things we're made of. I just wonder if anybody else will be able to do the same. Now, so I can go on with this all day. So I'm just going to start with about 3 things. And if the chat want to go in, we can do 3 more things. And if they want to go in, we can do 3 more things. I can go with this all day. So now with that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump to something else. I'm going to jump to a later date. And then we're going to see what we were doing. But shout out to the chat. We got Malcolm in the building, Miss Mohawk in the building. We got a lot of people in the building. And let's see if they're going to respond to this. Let's see if the lawyers and the back chat gurus or whatever they hit, the back chat weirdos. Let's see if they're going to respond to actual solutions and actual work. Now, this brings me to, let's see, where we're going to go. What year we're going to go. Remember, that was 2017. Okay? 2017. So now, right now, I can't see the chat. So if you in the chat, you're going to have to hold on. I'm finna go to another. Let me see if I can get in there. Oh, shit, I can't get in there. You know what? This is what I'm going to do. Okay. And we also going to go to we're going to go to something a little more recent. But first, let's go far back. Let's go a little far back. Because this is what we do. We're innovators. We always been. We always been innovators. But some of us Aboriginal shit, we do got to tighten up a little bit. Because we got people we got Lady J in the building. over there on Tribe. But we got people trying to sue us and people trying to, harass us, but it's all good. It's all a little internet fun to some people, but to some people, yeah, it is what it is. But let's see if we can get a response. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into a later date. Let me find this really quick. Let me make sure I find this information. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to what date? What date? We're gonna bring it up a little bit. We're gonna go back. Ooh, let me see. Let me see. Okay, okay. Uh, Let me see if this it. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to November 2017. So this just a couple months later, pretty much. About 4 or 5 months. It don't matter. We're gonna go a couple months later. Okay. November 2017, the Lakeisha Network. A concerned parent had reached out to the Lakeisha Network because her daughter was trapped over there in Costa Rica, or her daughter pretty much vanished and went to Costa Rica without even telling her. She reached out to many of the huge platforms, everybody with all the drama, everybody that talks about everybody mama, all these gurus and all these people that claim they for the people. This woman reached out to every last one of you and you guys ignored her. But somehow she got a hold of the Lakeisha Network. She contact us. We contact her daughter. Her daughter. We got her and her daughter in talking and negotiating, and we even kind of negotiate and had her daughter come home. She wasn't the only parent that reached out to us. It was about a couple other parents that reached out to us, but their kids wasn't responding, or their kid, you know what I'm saying? And so the young lady come from the airport, and we have the only exclusive footage of her coming from the airport and her mother seeing her for the first time after I want to say 6 months, but I actually don't remember. And so here goes some of the exclusive footage of us doing work. So while many of you were still Nuwapians, and while many of you was going through sexual harassment cases and all types of weird shit, and many of you didn't even know what a Moor was and or anything like that, we was out here putting in work, okay, for the community, okay. Let's just check a little bit it out. This is a little private and it's a little touchy to me, so I'm not gonna play too much, but it's all good. It's out here on the internet.
She's coming home. We got her to come home. People, especially the people at the 5,000 Leap, make sure we support her. Try to give her a warm welcome. Let's not be too judgmental and not let her get to these raggedy dudes in the conscious community that's gonna try to, bash her down. Let's keep her up. This is good, positive news. And we know for whatever reason, positive news is not something that we're into. I don't know why. We just don't like positive stuff. But I bet you if there was a scandal going on or something like, there we go. Yeah. Did you want to say anything? Your mic's still muted.
And see the support, from everyone. Like you said, this is nation. We all in this together. So I'm happy. And I hope you all are happy as well that, we united another girl with a child, with her family, So for those who wanted her to stay in Costa Rica, I'm sorry. Maybe join another time, but this time if she do happen to go back, mom is going to go with her and check everything out and make sure everything is safe.
Comfortable or whatever to do this next, and I'm going to go, it's good for them.
When their passport.
Oh my God. Hey.
Hey, bro, let me start back. I'm gonna
Okay? You know what? We're gonna stop it there. We're just gonna stop it there for right now. But we're gonna do one more, and let's see let's see what type of energy we get back from this positive news and this positive energy on all this work and all these solutions that we put in and all this work that we put in. Let's see how the community takes that. Let's see how these weird bastards take in that. You're gonna learn. You're gonna learn today. Now, this brings us to something a little more recent. Okay, we're gonna go a little more recent, and that's it. I could keep going all day, and I'm doing a little cherry picking, as you can see, because I want to see because I know a lot of these people just so damn weird that gotta give it to them. So let's check this one out. Let me find this other video really quick, and this is something a lot more recent. So let's just see how people respond to that. And maybe in the morning or maybe tomorrow night, maybe some of these little Moors or some of these little weird ass little back chat uh weirdos or some of these weird ass people, maybe they might have something similar. Maybe they might be able to pump out something, and maybe they might be able to talk about this. They might be able to talk about the work we put in. But let me go ahead and get this. Let me go ahead and find this. It should be coming up really, really quick. Hopefully it's coming up really quick. Damn, that was old. That's older than I thought. So we're gonna go something recently as a couple months ago. We're gonna go about a couple months ago, okay? Here we go. Now everyone knows that we're getting our own network. And our own network, we gotta step it up, we gotta tighten up. And within our network is a network. And it just so happened Minnesota have one of the highest populations of Somalians here. And one of the leaders in the Somalian community, a man of stature, has degrees and owns the Somalian newspaper called Hassan Times, also a member of the 5,000 Elite. So we had a meeting together and we talked about some of the things for our country working with their country, our people working with their people, whatever the case it may be. Okay? Whatever the case it may be. Now, if you're a Pan African or you're an African, this should be your holy grail. But guess what? you don't make videos on that, do you? You don't want to hear that, do you? But it's okay. It's okay. And so they're actually purchasing a 24-hour network on our network. So the Somalians will be on our network 24 hours a day with their own channels. But it would be on our network. You see how that works? Shout out to Chief Holiday. You see how that works? So we have a network and the Somalians are purchasing a network on our network. Universal Media. Is that a solution, y'all? Does that sound like a solution? Does that sound like some actual work around here? Do anybody know what work look like anymore? So anyway, this is something recent as what's the date? We're talking December 2018. Okay? We're talking December 2018. Okay? So by this time, many of you was probably, quit the Nuwapians, or you guys can't hold your position. Many of you guys probably went to the Moore Science Temple, and many of you guys probably lost the fucking case or lost some goddamn case or some lawyer bullshit. Ain't no telling what the fuck went on. But during that time, us Aboriginals, we were still putting in work.
Diseases and hunger and starvation and all that stuff. So you're not gonna find a correct answer until you go there and see how African people live, at what kind of life they have. So I encourage every Black America who hear this news to go to Africa, wherever it is, and find the people in Africa and how they live and what they do. And
And by the way, he recognizes that I am an aboriginal of America, by the way. And I'm able to look him dead in his face and let him know that he's on my land without even saying anything, just by my posture, just by a simple look. He knows he's on my land and he's welcome as a brother. I would expect the same thing in Africa. If I was to go to Africa, I would look you in your eye and I would know I am your land and I am a visitor. And I would expect you to accept me also as a brother. So that's how that works, you guys. That's how that works. Now, we're going to put that out there in the ether and we're going to see if we can actually get an actual response for some actual real work, some actual real solutions, some actual real tangible things that's being brought, that's changing lives, that's, you know, that you can actually touch, taste for once in a lifetime. So, what y'all want to do, man? Y'all want me to keep going, or y'all want me to keep going? Cause I can go all day with this. I can go all day with this. But shout out to everybody out there, the Juggernauts, Corey Mayo, Dane Calloway, Black Lotus, Tontonist One, uh, Jaguar, Omac, Rob Original Power, Cheap Holiday, your boy Ty Data. We out here. Libra Sun. You know what I'm saying? We out here. You see, we out here. But this is what we do. And if this is not what you do, then that's cool. But if you're going to make some videos, please don't jump over the solutions. Please don't jump over the actual work. Because now you make us out here working feel like you're trolling or you're hating. You see? So when people's working and you're critiquing their after hours when they're at the bar drinking and they're talking to their friends and about flat earth and fucking how speakers work, and you're critiquing that and you're not critiquing our actual work that we do, it looks like you looks like a hater. And I know Americans love a good villain, and they also love a good hero as well. And neither one of us fits. Well, I know me personally, I don't fit the description of neither one. But if I'm going to be your villain, at least can you admit we do get shit done over here. We do get it right sometimes over here. And if I'm going to be your hero, then I fuck up. Everybody know I fuck up. We try, we miss, we fail. I just had a fuck. It it happens. The Big Ten in the building. The Big 10K in the building. What up? We got Tenkara in the building. How you doing, man? We out here, bro. There's so much stuff. So what y'all want to do? Y'all want to keep going, or y'all want to let Cheap Holiday and them come on and just let them go in the barbershop and do their thing? Because we got more solutions. We got more things out here. You know what I'm saying? We got a presentation coming up in a couple days, in a couple weeks. But understand, we just put you, not we, you just put 10 days worth of energy non-stop out there in the ether. So expect the ether to respond. And as you can see, the response of the ether comes in two forms, positive and negative. But the trick is to have more positive than negative. So although it's a lot of negative energy out there, we getting good emails. We getting, people signing up for the 5,000 League. We appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? People checking out originaltribalwear.com. People actually reaching out to us, and we actually getting more stuff done in the background. And so that you know what I'm saying? So we getting positive, but we don't want people to get too hung up on the negative because it's a lot more than that. And solutions is what we're made of. And some people might not understand that, but it's not hard to find. It's not that hard to find. All you gotta do is, you know what I'm saying? I know we just did 10 days of nothing but at least 4 or 5 days, nothing but barbershop. In between there was some things in there. But we get shit done around here in the Aboriginal community. And don't be fooled by no internet lawyers, internet doctors, or no back chat I don't know what the back chat gurus. Oh, answer what, lady? What happened? Hold on. Is that a Cape Fear in the building? Answer the lady about her card. Yeah, you will receive your card. You will receive it. Yeah, if you will receive your card. Right. You you will receive it. Just give it a little bit. And so this is what we do here. But for some reason, nobody really wants to give us the credit. Everybody want to walk over the work we're putting in, and they just want to act like we're not doing any. Okay? This is a man's life's work here. Okay? This is a man's life's work here. This is not some shit just sprung up. All the way from my passport from 2008 to my documents of my company that goes far beyond the internet. You're watching a man's life's work here. Okay? This is not nothing new that just sprung up. Okay? Way before Lex Vortex, way before uh whatever life form or whatever the fuck, we was out here working. And I was out here working. And you're watching my life's work. You're looking at my life's work. Now I know many of these dudes out here are trying to recreate Dr. York. And many of you dudes probably think that me and Kansu is trying to do the same thing. But you have to understand, this goes way far beyond. This is a person's life work you're watching. The goal is to connect all the dots together and make them work together. This is where you come in at. Everything up here, besides the Universal Media Network, has been tested and stands alone and has been working properly. Can do everything, can do for a very good upgrade, but it all works. But the goal is to get it to all work together and connect simultaneously and work as one organism. That's the goal. You see, when we talk about 5,000 people, we ask for a specific number, because everybody have a role to play. Now, when you do with some of these open-ended organizations, they don't ask for a specific number because everybody is handpicked. There's no equal. Okay? If you don't know what I mean, let's just take it back. Let's go all the way back to Malcolm X. Malcolm X was handpicked. Some people say the one guy, Khalid Muhammad, he was handpicked. An equal opportunity for everyone is what a corporation is, a structure of a corporation and an infrastructure of how a corporation works. Now, many of these organizations and many of these 501c3s and all this, they don't never tell their infrastructure because their infrastructure is a secret. They don't tell their infrastructure. Many of these dudes that's in these movements, and many of these dudes that's in these little organizations, they don't even know the infrastructure. They never even thought about asking about the infrastructure. Because the infrastructure is one of the most important things in the organization or a corporation. I'll give you an example. Some people say if you make the police black, we wouldn't have this problem. But you know what? You know what is? If you take the black police and hold up the same infrastructure, you're going to get the same result because the infrastructure is the key to an organization or a corporation. Now, if any one of you guys in any one of them religious or any one of them, if you guys can reveal and tell the infrastructure, which we know you can't and which we know you're not, if any one of you guys can tell the infrastructure of your organization, I'll give you $100. I will give you $100. Look, we got a Moore out there. We got a Moore out there. Who's that? Carly Bay. Okay, they were Carly Bay out there. Piece of Carly Bay. We're really not talking about you. We're talking about the one brother with the People of Folks Nation. He's been getting at us, and he's been throwing little shots at me. And I guess some people is bothered by that. But I'll give you $100 if you can reveal the infrastructure of the Moors to me right now. You can hop on the call right now and reveal the infrastructure of the Moors right now. I give you $100. I will the young brother Elijah. Yeah, the young brother Elijah. Yeah, I'll give you $100 if you can reveal the Moors infrastructure. You can't do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Not to try to shit on the Moors or nothing, because that's how these 5-0s and that's how these organizations work. See, everybody is handpicked. And so the actual members doesn't have a fair shot. I'll give you an example. When you work at McDonald's, okay, let's just say you're 17 years old, you get a job, you're mopping floors, okay? Next year, you're doing drive-through. Next year, you're in the back on hamburgers. Next year, you're in the front on cashier. Next year, you're assistant manager. The following year, you're a manager. The following year, you're assistant general manager. The following year, you're a general manager. The following year, you might be able to get your own store. Okay? Now, this don't always play out because everybody got their prejudices and everybody got their little crooked shit going on. But this is the infrastructure of a corporation. Every single person has an opportunity. Every single person have an equal opportunity. This is what a corporation is designed to do. And this is what we are designed to do. It's in the infrastructure. But when you have a secret infrastructure and some 501c3 or whatever reinvention of Dr. York you're trying to do, whatever the hell you're trying to do, it's your infrastructure that tells the truth. If you got to handpick people, and each if you can have a retarded one-legged person that works at Walmart. This guy worked there long enough. If he could, he'd get him a cashier job. And if he worked that cashier, he should be able to get him. He should be able to get him have a letter for him. And this is what they don't reveal to you guys, y'all. And I'm sorry for this. And it's not my fault that I'm the one that got to be the bad news. But whatever organization you in, you don't have a fair shot. Every single person is handpicked by a certain person. Some of them pick their boyfriends. Some of them pick the people who's paying the most money. Some of them pick the people who's the most loyalist. Some of them pick the people who did the most dirt and didn't get caught. Some of them pick the people who just have the spunk, and they're handpicked. It's not equal, bro. If it was, you know what I'm saying? That's why there's no more Malcolm X. There's no more Khalid Muhammad. There's no more them type of people, because there is no infrastructure for everybody to be in that position, because the positions are not open to all members. The positions are open for certain members. So when you're dealing with these organizations and when you're dealing with these weirdos, these niggas in these back chats, bro, you ask them to reveal their infrastructure to you and watch what happens. Watch what happens. It don't matter. Look at this country, the infrastructure of this country. It don't matter if Chief Holiday was the president. If the same infrastructure needs to take place, you're going to have the same result. It don't matter if all police was black. If they go by the same infrastructure, you're going to get the same result. So the infrastructure is the number one important. It's the most important. But see, when you're dealing with a corporation and when you're dealing with something that's for the people, each person has the same amount of chances to actually go and grow. That's the key. So everybody should be able to have an equal opportunity. But guess what? Your church don't provide that, do it? Your whatever the hell, your clique, your clan, or whatever the fuck you want to call it today, doesn't provide that, do it? I would like you to respond to that. You go ahead and respond to that. Like, let's get real and let's stop playing around. Because if you're for the people, then each member should have an equal opportunity in everything you do. At least. Now, maybe in the beginning, you might have to set some people around. But once it get up and rolling and we get everything connected, this connected to this, connected to that, connected to that, connected to that, connected to that, and everything working together, everybody is going to have a chance to be everything that's involved and that's circling around, because that's designed in the infrastructure of what we got going on over here. And I know that might hurt your feelings, but you got to understand, you're dealing with a man and his life's work way before the internet, way before YouTube, way before Google. Although it might be hard for you to believe, but the work speaks for itself. And the last thing we need to get done is universal media. That's the last thing we need to get done. After we pop off this network, it's time to show up and it's time to show out. Now, each and every last one of these things has been tested 100% by me. Whether it's the POS system, the POS system is pretty much a walk-in exchange, a walk-in check cashing place mixed with a phone store with like a Craigslist type of you know what? I'm not even gonna tell you, but I'll just tell you this: the POS system is pretty much a walk-in check cashing place where you can cash your check, you can send money, you can buy tokens, you can pay your phone bill, you can do all types of stuff. That's pretty much like that. We have women, men overseas waiting on us. We have the infrastructure of a network that everybody can get on, from your car radio to your phone to your Bluetooth. All the musicians will be able to get on that network, and that network will be able to protect all the information and will be able to house and distribute all their music as they see fits. Then we also have digital communications. We can actually manufacture our own phones and things like that. That is a little tricky, but we can take any phone and we can convert it to our network to fit and blend our network. I can take your phone and I can pretty much go in the inside of it with some tools and stuff, and I can convert it and make it to a Datadog's phone. We're 5,000 elite, bro. We're Aboriginal born and bred. That hurts your feelings? Or does that make you proud? Because you're not dealing with some internet dudes. You're dealing with a man and his life's work. So if anybody care to respond to the last night, whatever went on in the barbershop last night, if anybody want to catch us slipping in the barbershop, anybody want to catch us slipping, talking about a document or something, we don't know what the fuck is going on. We guessing the shit in the barbershop talking shit. That's what we do. If anybody want to do that, check the background on that. Then how about you check the background on the work that we're putting in? Check the background on that. And like I said, the infrastructure is everything. Don't listen to the mouth. Look and listen to the infrastructure. The infrastructure tell you everything. It don't matter who's in front. It don't matter how good you sound. Your infrastructure tells everything. Many people had the figure that out with Barack Obama. Even though he did give you food, medicine, and shelter or whatever or some shit. But many people had to figure that out on their own. You put him in office. Same infrastructure. Same result. Okay? Now, I'm not shitting, and I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with Dr. Working and UWAPs, but their infrastructure and their infrastructure is duplicated in the community, and you got all these dudes trying to bring this shit over to the Aboriginal community and trying to duplicate that shit, and they actually probably think I was trying to do that shit, but I don't know. This is my life's work, bro. This goes all the way back to 2013. No. 2003, bro. Like, this goes back, bro. Like, this shit goes back. This shit get deep over here. And I know it might be hard for you to goggle. But like I say, check it out. Do your research. You scholars, you lawyers, you tax invaders or whatever the fuck you tax gurus and all that shit. Do your research, bro. On this right here. And stay the fuck up out our barbershop. It's for our community to come and just be a community. Nobody want to go to the barbershop and feel like, oh man, it's a fucking lawyer and sitting next to me and asking me for my ID and shit. Oh, it's some fucking cult leaders or some cult members trying to recruit me and shit. We out here. Y'all know where to find us at. We gonna keep it moving. The Aboriginals are winning, and we gonna keep winning. Shout out to the Juggernauts. You know who you is. The Big Ten out there. Roland, Mizak in the building. Corey Bay, Miss Mohawk. Y'all know we out here. And you know we out here for real. If you're a real scholar, check these out. Check these out. Check all of them out. And let's see. Let's see how that work. How that fit. But chances are, this is not. They're not. They're waiting on Copper Empress to come and cuss everybody else out so they can have somebody to talk about. They waiting on Chief Holiday to say a wrong date. It was 1970 and he said 1960 and shit. And now they got a whole video. They waiting to slip Dan Calloway up because he said a flashlight when there was a fucking lantern and shit, and they just went the fuck off on it. These motherfuckers. Shit is crazy. But we out here. We gonna continue to be. Peace.
Hi, my name is Lakeisha from the Lakeisha Network. I am here to remind you to go to your Google or Apple App Store. Simply type the word LAKESHA and then search to install and download the Lakeisha Alert app to stay up to date on my new superior features. Subscribe to my YouTube page, opening up your app and clicking menu. Click on the About Us tab. Try to get familiar with my software and also teach it to your loved ones. And get your household familiar with my information. It will be useful in the future. You're welcome in advance.